Your brain registers it as impossible. The moment you watch it happen on screen, you immediately thought the filmmakers must have cheated. There's no way that actually occurred in reality without digital manipulation or movie magic. Yet, despite your absolute conviction about impossibility, filmmakers went ahead and did the exact thing your brain insists shouldn't exist. They built it, they performed it, they captured it practically while audiences later assumed computers must have created the effect. This is the era where practical effects look so implausibly perfect that audiences cannot trust their own eyes anymore. The stunts are so wild, the effects so perfectly executed, that viewers default assuming digital trickery rather than accepting reality. Welcome to the bizarre intersection where practical filmmaking exceeds computational possibility, where actual stunts outshadow anything a computer could render convincingly. 1. Inception's rotating hallway fight, Inception 2010. Christopher Nolan's Inception contains one of cinema's most disorienting sequences when protagonist Arthur must navigate a hotel corridor spinning dizzyingly through space. The entire scene operates as dream logic visualization, the hallway rotating, while Arthur battles multiple assailants throughout the continuous rotation. When you watch this sequence, your mind immediately categorizes it as digital effect, sophisticated motion capture combined with computer animation, suggesting impossible physics. Yet Nolan constructed an actual rotating set measuring approximately 100 feet long and 14 feet in diameter. The entire corridor physically rotated, while stunt performers executed elaborate choreography inside the moving environment. Joseph Gordon-Levitt spent 2 weeks training with fight coordinators to execute the sequence's demanding choreography while maintaining balance inside continuously rotating architecture. The performer trained extensively on the rotating set, his body learning to compensate for constant angular acceleration. During filming, Gordon-Levitt sang Bach silently to himself, using musical rhythm as psychological anchor, helping him maintain spatial awareness and hit precise marks despite environmental disorientation. The rotating hallway created genuinely disorientating effect on performers, stunt coordinators carefully monitoring safety as human bodies navigated impossible spatial relationships. What makes the sequence genuinely impressive isn't just technical ambition, but consistent commitment to practical execution. Nolan rejected digital shortcuts, instead building an enormous rotating set specifically to capture authentic performer movement through impossible space. The sense of weight and physical authenticity present throughout the sequence stems directly from actual performers navigating actual rotating corridors. Audiences experiencing the scene feel unconscious recognition of genuine physicality beneath the surreal imagery. The brain detects authenticity even when conscious mind insists impossibility. Modern action cinema proves that digital solutions frequently exceed practical alternatives in cost efficiency and creative flexibility. Yet Nolan's commitment to practical execution demonstrates that authentic performance generates tangible cinematic resonance impossible to simulate convincingly through digital manipulation, regardless of technological sophistication. The rotating hallway remains one of modern action cinema's most impressive sequences, specifically because filmmakers rejected easy digital alternatives, instead embracing physical challenge demanding genuine performer commitment. 2. Mad Max's Polecat Warriors, Mad Max Fury Road, 2015. George Miller's Mad Max Fury Road presents post-apocalyptic warfare through unrelenting practical stunts, where performers genuinely risked serious injury, executing increasingly audacious sequences. The film's most visually striking moment occurs when Gastown soldiers extend themselves across 40-foot flexible poles mounted to speeding vehicles, swinging between moving trucks while executing violent acrobatics. When audiences first observe this sequence, minds immediately default, assuming digital manipulation enhanced practical elements, or animation entirely replaced performers. Yet these sequences featured actual performers trained extensively in Cirque du Soleil pole techniques, specifically for these stunts. The poles themselves represented actual engineering achievement. Flexible structures requiring precise counterweight balancing, ensuring poles didn't snap, catapulting performers towards certain death. Stuntman Darren Mitchell and Sebastian Dickens underwent 8 weeks intensive training, learning Chinese pole choreography adapted for moving vehicle surfaces, traveling across desert terrain. The poles extended from counterweighted vehicles moving at full speed. Performers trusting engineering and physics to prevent catastrophic accidents. When cameras rolled, these trained performers launched themselves across accelerating poles while vehicles simultaneously accelerated, creating accelerating centrifugal force. The acrobatics were genuine, the danger authentic, the performers' commitment absolute. Multiple stunt performers sustained injuries throughout production, accepting damage as occupational consequence of practical commitment. Miller's directorial approach prioritized visual impact exceeding digital sophistication, refusing compromise regarding practical authenticity. The polecats represent cinema's highest achievement of practical stunt execution, demonstrating that human performance exceeds digital alternatives when risk becomes authentically present. What audiences experience watching the polecats involves unconscious recognition of genuine danger, their bodies registering authentic peril despite conscious minds suggesting impossibility. The sequence remains iconic precisely because genuine performers performed. Genuinely dangerous acrobatics, their execution visible across screens worldwide. 3. Mission Impossible's plane. Exterior stunt, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, 2015. Tom Cruise's commitment to practical stunt execution transcends typical actor dedication, approaching methodology, suggesting obsessive personal investment, exceeding rational professional calculation. For Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Cruise demanded strapping himself to military aircraft exterior while the Airbus A400M physically took flight. Rather than accepting any digital enhancement, safety harness, or alternative practical solution, Cruise positioned himself on aircraft wing, while genuine altitude accumulated around him. 8 separate takes occurred at 5,000 feet, wind striking Cruise's face like freight train, while bird strikes remained genuine possibility. Cruise demanded contact lens redesign, specifically because conventional lenses dried, becoming uncomfortable during high-altitude filming. The actor's commitment suggests either absolute conviction regarding practical superiority or psychological profile, accepting risk most humans naturally reject. Director McQuarrie initially questioned feasibility, understanding that actor fatality during filming would represent professional catastrophe exceeding any cinema achievement. Yet, Cruise insisted, recognizing that audiences intuitively detect authentic danger versus manufactured approximations. The performer understood that genuine altitude combined with genuine wind, combined with genuine velocity, generated visceral authenticity, impossible replicating through green screen environments. When viewers watch Cruise gripping aircraft exterior, experiencing authentic buffeting, unconscious brain processes register reality despite conscious mind insisting impossibility. Cruise's willingness risking death established performance authenticity, transcending typical stunt work. Later, Mission Impossible films escalated practical commitment. Cruise performing increasingly dangerous sequences, refusing compromise regarding authentic danger. The plane exterior stunt revolutionized action cinema by demonstrating that audience connection increases proportionally with performer risk. What generates maximum emotional response isn't sophisticated digital effects, but authentic commitment suggesting performers genuinely gamble survival for artistic expression. 4. Dark Knight's flipped truck. The Dark Knight, 2008. Christopher Nolan constructed an 18-wheeler semi-truck, specifically designed for one impossible stunt executed across Chicago streets during daytime filming. Rather than digitally manipulating vehicle rollover, Nolan engineered hydraulic piston, attached underneath truck chassis capable of launching entire 18-wheeler end-over-end. The truck literally launched itself through air, physics carrying multiple-ton vehicle across street, while camera crews documented genuine machinery performing mechanical feat. Stunt driver. Jim Wilkie operated the vehicle, his professional experience providing confidence executing maneuver where miscalculation would result in catastrophic accident. Nolan's production team searched extensively, finding Chicago street location containing no underground drainage or electrical infrastructure that flipped truck might damage. The complete stunt executed in single take, Nolan refusing reshooting given genuine danger involved. What audiences witness represents pure mechanical achievement, no digital manipulation, no camera trick, genuine truck experiencing genuine physics resulting in genuine vehicle rotation. When viewers watch truck flip across screen, they experience genuine appreciation for physical engineering combined with genuine danger. Audiences detect authenticity subconsciously, their bodies responding to tangible risk despite rational mind insisting impossibility. The flipped truck became iconic, specifically because Nolan rejected simpler digital alternatives, instead embracing practical execution, demanding genuine bravery from stunt performers and genuine engineering sophistication. Modern audiences surrounded by digital effects paradoxically value practical stunts more intensely, precisely because they become increasingly rare. 5. Alien Resurrection's basketball shot. Alien Resurrection, 1997. Sigourney Weaver's clone character, Ripley executes impossible basketball shot, where she launches ball backward without looking, trajectory arcing impossible angles resulting in perfect basket. When audiences watched this scene initially, most assumed either extensive digital manipulation or obvious stunt doubling created the effect. Yet Weaver performed the shot authentically, launching basketball backward, attempting the impossible trajectory through dedication and practice. Weaver succeeded on her first attempt, completing perfect backward shot immediately, while stunned co-star Ron Perlman's shocked reaction captured authentic response to witnessing genuine achievement. Perlman's enthusiastic cheering required editing removal from final footage since his spontaneous emotional response to Weaver's authentic success proved too audible for soundtrack purposes. What separates this sequence from typical movie magic involves straightforward commitment to actual achievement rather than digital manipulation. Director Jean-Pierre Jeunet demanded authentic basketball execution, refusing green screen alternatives. Weaver trained extensively attempting the impossible shot until successfully completing authentic trajectory. The scene demonstrates that unadorned practical accomplishment generates more authentic emotional response than sophisticated digital mimicry. Audiences detect genuine achievement subconsciously, their emotional response intensity increasing when recognizing authentic human skill. Weaver's backward basketball shot remains memorable decades later, precisely because viewers unconsciously recognize accomplished athleticism captured practically without digital enhancement. 6. Terminator 2's helicopter flip. Terminator 2. Judgment Day 1991. Director James Cameron piloted helicopter through space beneath bridge, while stunt pilot Chuck Tamburo executed maneuver positioning aircraft in positions pilots normally never attempt. Tamburo maintained only 5 feet vertical clearance and 4 feet clearance on either side, while operating helicopter at 70 miles per hour, executing aerial choreography demanding superhuman precision. Cameron refused assigning camera operators to dangerous position, instead personally operating camera equipment while piloting helicopter through predetermined flight path. Cameron positioned himself in extraordinarily hazardous location, accepting personal danger to document stunt authenticity. The sequence captured genuine pilot expertise combined with genuine danger, producing special effects, sequence that remains visually stunning decades later. What makes the helicopter stunt genuinely impressive involves Cameron's willingness placing himself personally in extraordinary danger. Rather than delegating risk to subordinates, director accepted danger himself, validating commitment to practical execution. The sequence demonstrates directorial vision, transcending conventional safety protocols. Cameron's personal investment, suggesting genuine conviction regarding practical superiority. Audiences watching helicopter maneuvers detect authentic danger, their bodies registering genuine risk despite conscious mind suggesting sophisticated trickery. Cameron's methodology established precedent, influencing subsequent directors regarding commitment to practical execution. 7. GoldenEye's 720-foot bungee jump. GoldenEye 1995. Director Martin Campbell's decision, opening James Bond film, required establishing tone, suggesting maximum scale and authenticity. Stuntman Wayne Michaels performed 720-foot bungee jump from Verzasca Dam in Switzerland, the descent representing largest bungee jump ever recorded during film production. Michaels launched himself from engineering marvel, trusting rope and physics to prevent catastrophic accident. The jump required exacting calculations, ensuring bungee cord precisely extended sufficient length, preventing lethal impact while maintaining dramatic camera choreography. Michaels survived jump successfully, the stunt becoming so iconic that Verzasca Dam subsequently leased commercial bungee jumping operations to capitalize on publicity. What audiences experience watching Michaels descend approximately quarter-mile represents authentic fear documentation, performer's body genuinely accelerating toward earth-trusting, mathematical precision, preventing death. When viewers watch the sequence, unconscious brain detects authentic danger present within footage. Campbell's directorial decision opening James Bond film through practical stunt rather than dialogue or a digital spectacle established immediate tonal commitment regarding authentic execution. The bungee jump remains iconic precisely because audiences intuitively recognize genuine danger captured authentically. 8. Death Proof's hood stunt, Death Proof 2007. Quentin Tarantino's commitment to practical stunt work manifested through casting former stuntwoman Zoe Bell in major acting role, enabling her to execute genuinely dangerous sequences without stunt doubling. During Death Proof's climactic chase, Bell positioned herself upon moving automobile hood while vehicle accelerated across terrain at dangerous velocities. Bell maintained actual grip on hood, her body genuinely experiencing acceleration, forces threatening dislodging her from precarious position. When vehicles suddenly decelerated, Bell's momentum threatened launching her forward toward windshield or across hood uncontrollably. The sequence involved genuine danger, captured practically without stunt doubles, suggesting authenticity. Tarantino's directorial approach trusted performer expertise. Bell's professional background as a stuntwoman providing confidence in safety management. Bell herself articulated the authenticity advantage, stating that audiences subconsciously detect genuine performance absence of stunt doubling, representing authentic achievement. When viewers watch Bell gripping automobile hood desperately, they unconsciously perceive genuine commitment to performance despite rational mind suggesting impossibility. The hood stunt demonstrates that practical execution without digital enhancement generates superior emotional impact compared to enhanced sequences. 9. Jurassic Park's animatronic dinosaurs, Jurassic Park 1993. Director Steven Spielberg's revolutionary decision, combining practical animatronics with emerging CGI technology, established blueprint influencing action cinema for decades. Rather than depending entirely upon digital effects technology, Spielberg constructed elaborate animatronic dinosaurs, enabling actor interaction with tangible props. The sick Triceratops represented sophisticated puppet, operated by multiple technicians, its mechanical movements creating realistic creature despite mechanical origins. Velociraptors were portrayed by human performers wearing elaborate animatronic costumes, their scaled physiology representing genuine fabric and prosthetic extensions. When actors interacted with dinosaurs throughout the film, most interactions involved genuine proximity to practical puppetry, rather than digital enhancement. The production team constructed differently scaled props for different scenes, positioning actors at precise angles, maintaining relative scale illusion. Spielberg's hybrid approach, combining practical animatronics with digital enhancement for selected sequences, established authenticity through tangible creature interaction. Actors' genuine fear responses stemmed partially from proximity to mechanical creatures moving unpredictably. The combination of practical and digital created authentic emotional response because creature interaction involved legitimate performer engagement with tangible props. Jurassic Park demonstrates that hybrid practical digital approach frequently exceeds purely digital methodology because authenticity derives from performer interaction with tangible elements. 10. 127 hours amputation scene, 127 hours 2010. Director Danny Boyle orchestrated genuinely disturbing amputation and sequence where performer James Franco hacks away at his own arm using dull knife. The sequence required multiple fake arms prepared on set, Boyle planning extensive reshoots, expecting extended filming. Yet, Franco executed sequence so convincingly that camera captured authentic amputation illusion requiring only single take. The entire shocking sequence lasted approximately 20 minutes filming time, Boyle maintaining camera through visceral footage that appeared documenting authentic self-mutilation. The amputation's psychological impact stems partly from audience uncertainty regarding practical methodology. Viewers cannot immediately determine whether special effects enhanced footage or performers legitimately depicted authentic amputation. Franco's committed performance combined with unsettling special effects created ambiguity, permitting viewers to experience genuine horror, suggesting authentic mutilation. The sequence became so disturbing that some moviegoers required medical attention after witnessing footage. Boyle's commitment to authentic presentation without excessive digital enhancement generated horror response rivaling extreme body horror cinema. The amputation demonstrates that restrained special effects combined with committed performance generates maximum psychological impact. Audience horror stems from legitimate uncertainty regarding practical methodology rather than obvious digital manipulation. 11. Sorcerer's Rope Bridge Crossing, Sorcerer 1977. Director William Friedkin's remake of The Wages of Fear required filming authentic rope bridge crossing sequence where performer navigated treacherous crossing while crocodiles lurked menacingly below. Rather than constructing bridge over calm water tank, Friedkin filmed performer actually crossing genuine rope bridge above genuine river while genuine crocodile population pursued. Farmer-performer experienced genuinely terrifying encounters, crocodiles nearly capturing performer during multiple takes. During one crossing attempt, performer slipped, finding himself stranded upon crocodile's back, desperately attempting escaping, while angry reptile attempted capturing him. Another take featured crocodile successfully capturing performer's shoe. Subsequent struggle involving performer fighting reptile, attempting removing foot entirely. Only sixth take succeeded, capturing authentic crossing, avoiding genuine catastrophe. The sequence remains genuinely stressful, partly because viewer unconsciously detects authentic danger documented on film. Friedkin's commitment to authenticity transcended rational safety. Protocols, filmmaker, accepting performer risk for practical authenticity. The bridge crossing demonstrates that genuine danger generates authentic audience response impossible, replicating through digital enhancement. Friedkin's methodology influenced subsequent generations of directors regarding practical stunt commitment. 12. The Dark Knight Rises plane. Extraction, The Dark Knight Rises 2012. Christopher Nolan orchestrated elaborate sequence requiring skydivers performing genuine altitude combat while operating real aircraft equipment. Stuntmen and film crew genuinely parachuted from high altitude over Scottish Highlands, executing choreographed sequence capturing legitimate skydiving performance. Rather than simulating skydiving through digital enhancement, Nolan positioned camera crew among skydivers documenting authentic freefall. The sequence required stuntmen and camera operators simultaneously executing aerial choreography while falling at terminal velocity toward Earth. Special equipment protected camera operators during descent. Aerial cinematography accomplished through genuine freefall positioning. When audiences watch sequences involving skydivers maneuvering through sky, they experience documented authentic altitude footage combining legitimate skydiving performance with sophisticated camera choreography. The sequence's authenticity stems directly from genuine skydivers performing genuine maneuvers captured through genuine altitude filming. Audiences unconsciously detect authentic danger present within footage, their bodies registering legitimate risk despite rational minds suggesting impossibility. Nolan's methodology established standard influencing subsequent filmmakers regarding commitment to practical filming, even when circumstances demand genuine danger. The plane extraction represents cinema's highest achievement of aviation stunt execution, demonstrating that commitment to authenticity exceeds digital manipulation in generating audience emotional response. How many of these practical effects absolutely shocked you, discovering they weren't digital manipulation? Which sequence seems so impossible that your brain insisted filmmakers must have cheated somehow? Comment below, revealing your responses. Share which practical effects genuinely fooled you into assuming digital enhancement. Better yet, tell me which practical stunt deserves inclusion on this list, which wild practical effect should have made the countdown, but didn't. The disappearance of practical stunts represents genuine loss for cinema. Audiences increasingly surrounded by digital effects, forgetting what authentic commitment actually looks like. These 12 sequences demonstrate that practical execution frequently exceeds digital alternatives in generating authentic audience response. Sound off regarding your favorite impossible stunt captured practically, because honestly, filmmakers risking genuine performer safety deserves recognition exceeding any purely digital achievement.